In day 4 of the Letalvis Cobbins trial, we started the day with what was the third statement given to authorities by Cobbins. In this statement, investigator Steve Steele with the Knoxville Police Department conducted the interrogation. His approach was decidedly more low-key than statements that we had heard yesterday in interviews that were conducted by Sheriff Jimmy J.J. Jones. Jones was very aggressive. Steele was very laid back, and so was Cobbins. In those statements, Cobbins essentially says that he saw this carjacking go down but didn't know it was going to happen, that he knew Channon and Chris were kidnapped but had no real role in it, denied any rape of Channon, any role in killing or raping Newsom, and that he was mainly freaked out and scared and eventually left. Of course, at his trial, part of his defense strategy is to say that he was so afraid of his brother, Lamarcus Davidson, that he would not and could not challenge him during this crime spree. However, in his statement, he talked about how the two of them fought as children and fought like we weren't kin, is the way he said it. He believed that his brother could hurt him if he got mad enough, but he really didn't express a lot of overt fear of his brother. It kind of sounded like he could hold his own.
One thing I want to make sure is that with regard to these pleas that have been entered, is that this is your decision, okay? That nobody's forced you into making this decision. Nobody's coerced you. Nobody's threatened you or promised you something that they can't deliver to you. You know, in your discussions that you've had with your lawyers, do you feel like they've fully explained this to you?
To a certain degree, Your Honor.
Well, to a degree sufficient to satisfy you?
On most counts, yes, sir.
Well,
I just didn't understand the plea negotiation, that the plea bargains would not apply to what I did plead out on. I just didn't understand that. It's just a lot of the law that I don't understand, Your Honor. But they have spoken with me and tried their best to explain it to me.
well, you've told me a minute ago that you understood what you were doing here, and you agreed with this. You agreed with this this strategy, and you agreed with this plea that had been entered in this case. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Was that a free, voluntary decision on your part?
Yes, sir.
Nobody forced you to make that decision.
No, sir.
Nobody coerced you.
No, sir. From what I understand, that would be in my best interest to plead out to what I have pleaded out to, Your Honor.
And you believe it to be in your best interest.
Yes, sir. From what I understand, yes, sir.
And nobody's guaranteed you any or promised you any particular result as a result of that, have they?
No, sir.
Jurors heard today from TBI agent Jennifer Millsaps, who is a DNA expert. She confirmed that Cobbins' DNA was in Shannon's mouth. Also that his DNA was on her clothing in the form of sperm. And that, of course, links him to at least the oral rape of Channon Christian. He concedes it, so in a way, this DNA evidence is not as damaging as it would have been had he denied any role in the rapes.
This small stain here was stain A, and this other small one here was stain B.